that there. It just got there. Hello! I don't know what I'm doing. I absolutely don't have any idea. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know. I have no clue what I'm doing. Say it isn't so. It's always been the case that I've got no clue at all. But this week it's even worse than it's ever been. And I'm clueless. And I don't know what I'm doing. And there's nobody here anyway. And I'm completely lost and alone. And I don't know what I'm doing, and I wish that I did, because that would be really helpful right now. But I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. That's a bit discordant, which is just like my life. I've got no clue. Hello, thank you for the 2 likes. Looked like there was nobody here, but there's 3 of you here. Hello to the 3 of you. Hello, Philip. It's good to see you yet again. I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing again. Absolutely no clue what I'm doing again. So I don't know. I have no clue. YouTube's 4 watching already, I know, and then it's 2, and then it's gone up. Anyway, hello. It's another week where I've got no clue what I was doing. I thought I was going to be in Wales this week, but I am not in Wales. I put it off. I was like, I'll travel. I won't. I don't know what I'm doing. I've no clue what I'm doing. I was going to visit. I mean, when my dad still had a car, it seemed like we could go loads of places and do stuff, and what summer of fun it would be. I'd visit castles and gardens and all sorts of amazing stuff, and I'd make videos galore, but he does not have a car now, so if I go now to Wales, I will be pretty much trapped in the house. Very much like lockdown all over again. And there'll be nowhere to go. My mum said that somebody from Latvia's moved in next door and they've got a car, but I don't really want to take advantage of a new person that I've not even met. Just, it's like, hello, new person, drive me places. That seems a bit churlish and weird. And maybe I'll buy a car, except I don't have the money to buy a car, and I haven't driven for 20 years. More than that, 22 years. That's a long time. That's more than I've even been alive. I'm barely 21. Ha! Hello, good evening, Terry. Barely 21. Yeah, I'm aging so badly for a 21-year-old. But there you go. Them's the brakes. So the brakes on the car that I don't drive. Yes, anyways, I would have got my dad just before his brakes failed, which is why he had to get rid of the car and just scrap it and everything. He said, would you like this car? And I was like, oh no, it's too much faff and fuff. I'm going to have to learn to drive again. And then it broke almost the very next day. And I was like, well, if I'd have said yes, would that have been me? It wouldn't have been me, because I wouldn't have driven it. So, but then I haven't got a car. I should have said yes, and then I could have paid whatever it was to fix it. But it was not to be, and who knows what fate would have brought if I'd have gone, yes, I could have been just driving down and crashed into a yacht. I was going to say yacht. I don't know why. There's no yachts there. Crashed into a river. There's a river at the bottom of the road. That's what would have happened. Yes, probably. So I need to get a Tesla. Yes, exactly. I need to get off with Elon Musk and get me a free Tesla, and then go, ha ha, sucker. Now I'm just going and I've got a Tesla. Ha ha ha. And he wouldn't even notice. He'd just be going, what happened? Too quick for me? No, I won't do that. I'm not that sort of person. And I really don't think that Elon Musk would be interested. I've got about £20 in Dogecoin, which until fairly recently was thousands of pounds worth, but it's plummeted. I mean, I just did it from like clicking on like random things. It's like, click on this thing, you'll get some free Dogecoins, and I got them, and then I collected them all, and they were like £20 worth, and then they went way up, thousands of pounds, and now they've gone way down again, and they'll never the like again. So I can get my £25 worth. However much, I haven't checked because it's too depressing, because it's like £1,000, I can retire on £1,000, and now it's nothing again. Nothing. And I blame Elon Musk, because he has said, I would take Dogecoin for Teslas, and people have gone, well, I will break all the Tesla and I will break all the Dogecoin, and that will be the end of that. Lovely weather. Greetings, 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 everyone. Greetings. Who's here? Tux the Penguin. Hello, Terry. Hello, Scott. And hello, Philip. I've already said hello to. Whoa, 4 of you. It says 4, and there's 4 of you there. That's turn up for the books. Anyway, so I do have some Dogecoin, but they're worthless. Completely worthless. And I was sucking in because I got the free ones and I was like, I'll get 20 quid's worth and that'll go up. And it did go up very briefly. It went up and I was like, whoa, I'm going to be so rich. And then I am not rich. I can tell you that for nothing. I have debt. I mean, every time I look, I go, whoa. Well, it's a good job that I only spent 20 quid on it, because if I'd spent more than that, I would be so sad. Apparently my cousin's son had loads and he was like a multi-millionaire in Dogecoin, and now he's nothing probably if he hasn't sold them yet. Nothing. Should have. It's a scam. It's a bubble. It's like the South Sea bubble. Dickens wrote about that in which one was it? Hard Times? No, it wasn't Hard Times. Was it our mutual friend? No, it wasn't. It was loads of stuff. Which one was it? Which one did he write about? Wales. I'm in London because I have not gone to Wales yet. Because I'll be stuck there, as I said at the beginning. I was stuck there with nowhere to go. I won't be able to go anywhere else, see anything, do anything. Oh look, I don't know what I've done here. I must move the camera away. It looks like I'm just in a void. Usually you can see bits, like I've got my little cup of tea here. Somebody asked me the other day, is this a tent? It is not a tent. It is, as you can see, the very scary room. There is back to being a tent. Yes, my home studio. So sophisticated. I couldn't even say sophisticated. That's how sophisticated it is. Oh, anyway, I don't know what to do with my life, with anything. I'm just completely confused now. I'm just like, what the hell? Why? Everything's fallen through. Everything good is bad again, and everything bad is good again, except I don't know what I'm saying about that. Anyway, I've still got technically the digital Edinburgh show from Wales. If I go to Wales, this is my comb from when I had curlier hair. It's and it's also good for wigs. So I do not comb my hair generally. I just leave it as it is. I am a very low maintenance person. Probably the lowest maintenance person. You might go, wow, what a high maintenance person you are. Oh, you're so complicated. But that's why I don't get involved with other people, because then they go, oh, you're so complicated. And I'm not complicated. I'm just wash and go. Not even that. Just not even go. Just sort of there. Like a slug. That's what I'm like, a slug. I'm so low maintenance that I'm just flatlining. That's how low maintenance I am. Haha. So, I can hear people next door. They're going to be like, no, why are you talking so loudly? So paper thin on the walls. Anyway, so I've got the Edinburgh show, which would be just me talking nonsense, which is this only slightly longer. So rather than doing 30 minutes of this sort of thing, I'll be doing it for slightly longer and probably trying to be entertaining. Entertaining, how could that possibly be? So like last year I did lots of on the cuff, I just reimaginings of reimaginings. Yes, I love Edinburgh too, but I'm not actually going to Edinburgh because it's very expensive and I'm still a little bit scared of the diseases that are out there, not least the monkeypox now. All sorts of things. I've been inside so long in this dark cavern that I'm scared to go out again. I did go out last week. I might have mentioned it, I went to a barbecue and that was fun. A barbecue. I haven't been there since 1983. I thought you said you haven't been out since 1983. It feels like it, doesn't it? Yeah, I loves me some Edinburgh. I went there every year between 2006 to 16. I didn't go in 2016, and then I went for a week in 2017, and then I went for a couple of weeks in 2018, and the whole time, I think, in 2019, and never since. Because it's been a bit of a time, and I don't know whether I will go. The last actual like full run one person show I had that was the same show all the way through 2015, but I've done other ones since. I've done very much things. Get your material ready, yeah. Oh, and I've got a digital show on Wednesday, which is pear-shaped at so yeah, that's Brian and Crystal, pear-shaped in dystopia. They did not get through to the finals of Britain's Got Talent, but they were in the semi-finals, and that's the good thing. That's a good thing. So I need to write material for that too. I need to, because all my old material is, I mean, some of it involved Johnny Depp, and I'm not going to do that anymore for various reasons. I'm not going to touch any of the material that I used to do. There's so much, many and varied material that I'm just like, nah, in the toilet with that material. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to work anymore. So I can't do any of my old material. So I have to do a load of new stuff. And I'm just like, and obviously I can't test it in front of a live audience without going out to do a live audience. And it seems like I don't want to do any open spots, because it seems like there's an awful lot of effort to go out and do an open spot for no or very little money. After you've got all the effort, there might not be many people there, and there might be people there, and then you'll catch all the diseases. And then Elise was quite a rare name. Now there's loads of Elises. Yeah, there's loads of Elises around. I'm not even the only one Elise Harris. I've got people keep sending me emails thinking I'm different people. I'm by no means a unique person. Even my second name is Harris, and it is a common old name. If I had a slightly more unusual Harris, boring. If I had a slightly more unusual name, I'd be looking at family history again, and there's some good ones. Izod is one of the names, which apparently is also a clothing company. Izod. I can just say, well, they're in my family tree. I'll have me a bit of that millionaire, whatever they are. I don't know what they sell. Clothes or shoes or something like that. Izod. And other names. That's quite fun. Yeah. Loads of names. I can't remember what any of them are now, but some of them are quite good. I'll just go back in time and I'll say, that's my name now. I'll have that one. My grandmother's name was Luxton. That's quite a good name. Elise Luxton. Now, it turns out, when you go back another 2 generations, that actually, I think there was some spelling deficits there, because it was actually spelled Luxon. There are Luxtons, but the Luxtons apparently are the rich landowners in Devon and Cornwall and Somerset. And the Luxons were just some people that thought they'd have a bit of that, I reckon, and probably are no relations to the Luxtons at all. Or they might be, or it's just an offshoot, or it's just the ones that were just trying it on. It's like, if we call ourselves Luxton, we'll get some of that landowning money. And then, yeah, I don't know. Obviously, no money in the family, as far as I know, not until you go back generations. I've still, because everybody, if you go far back enough, you usually run out of relatives and you can't find any. But every so often you find somebody that's a noble, nobility, and you go, yes, I'll have myself a castle. So when you go far back, you have to go like 400 or 500 years back in my family. But I guarantee you, even if you can't find them, you will have nobility in your family. No matter what kind, if you've got any European ancestry at all, even one person in your family tree, you will eventually, even if you can't find them, eventually you will be connected with like Kim Jong, Kim Jong no, that's North Korea. Yeah. Anyway, you will be connected with those people, because they put it about a bit, and even they had lots of children, and they had lots of droit de seigneur, I think it was called, where they're just like, hello, local landowner's child, hello, local peasant, I'll have you, and then loads more children came of that. And so some of them, they went, oh yes, we will acknowledge them, and some of them you didn't. So even if you can't find them in your family tree because they were unacknowledged, you will genetically, somewhere down the line, be related to them. And then if you've got any sort of ancestry from anywhere else, then you're probably related to all of those people too, because we're all basically related. So I'll just change my names to one of those. Change my names? Yeah, I'll have loads of names. Ha 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 ha. That's the other thing. This week I've been creating loads of personas online. Secret personas where I can do I can do secret things and write about things that people are going to be angry at me about and things that people are going to be joyful about, but I don't want to admit that I've done. So there's some fandom things that I've been creating fake names for and doing stuff, and people are like, oh, that's really fun, that's really good, that's good fun, and I'm like, yay, but I will never say that it was me. And there's other things that I'm just like revealing dark secrets, and I don't let people know the dark secrets. So yes, I've been creating not fake profiles, it's not fake news, because it's genuinely things that are true or fun or interesting, just not with my name on them. Anonymous. I am anonymous. Yes, I'm not the famous anonymous. That's a it's a contradiction in terms, isn't it? I'm not the anonymous that does all the, with the mask from V for Vendetta. I'm not that one. Or am I? Yes, all of that mischief might be me. It wasn't me. But it could be, but it's not. So yeah, I've been doing fandom things mainly, and I made a fan video for something. I used to make those a long time ago. I made a fan video in lieu of, I used to write stuff as well. Fan fiction. Yeah, that was fun to write. But I'm not in a creative writing mood at the moment, although I did write something that was serious today under another assumed name. So I'm going to leave you hanging with that. You can't ever find them because it's secret. And that's the point. But the fan video, I spent a whole day making this fan video. Because you can upload things on YouTube, and although they're copyright material, the copyright owners let you use them because they're fine with some things, and there's certain things. There's some things you're like, no, copyright strike. But so I had to start a new account. But other things, they're like, yes, that's fine. Go ahead. We don't mind. That's good for our show or film or whatever it is that you've got the fandom is. Pope Barry? What's Pope Barry? Get an animal name. Yes, I'll get an animal name, Keon. Yes. I'll be Bunny the Third. That's... What do you mean animal name? Like the sort of name you give an animal. Flopsy feather tail. That'd be a strange animal. A bunny rabbit with a feather tail. Oh, talking of animals, today I was looking out and there was this raven. And it quacked, nevermore. No, it went caw, caw, caw. I don't know whether it was a baby raven, like an old baby, like a raven that was young, because it had like fluffy bits on it. And so it might be a very old raven that had lost feathers. I'm not sure what it was. But for ages, it was sitting in the middle of the pond, like it was walking on water. But there's actually like a little plinth in the middle of the pond that used to have a lily on it, but the lily's died. And the pond has drained a little bit. I think I might, because I was trying to get leaves out of the pond and with a garden fork, and I think I poked a hole in the plastic, and so it sort of drained a little bit, and it hasn't rained very much lately. But anyway, the raven was sitting in the middle, just dipping its, and I was like, what? And then we tried to take pictures of it and stuff and video, but it sort of hopped away, but very quietly. And then it sort of flew up and then flew back, and I think it was injured, either injured or it was quite young and it didn't know. And then later on, it was still there, and 2 magpies attacked it, and I was like, oh. So I was like, oh no, poor little thing. It was just looking really forlorn and lost. I was like, meh, caw, caw. And I thought, I'll make friends with it, because I heard if you make friends with ravens or crows, then they'll come to your aid and they'll help you, and they'll be your friends forever. I think that's probably a myth. Oh, talking of which, the Umbrella Academy is coming out, and one of the characters in that can send a murder of crows towards you, attack you. And I don't want to do that, and there was only one, and I think it was a raven rather than the crow, and I don't want to have it do my bidding. I just wanted to make friends with it. I thought, oh no, maybe it's got some sort of horrible mange or disease, so maybe not. Anyway, I put some nuts and fruit out for it, but then the neighbour came out and it flew away, so it couldn't have been. I think if it had been a young one, it just learned to fly and then it flew over the top. But the nuts and seeds are gone, so probably that was squirrels. There was a fox in the garden. There's all sorts of wildlife there. Wow! I saw a new cat. There's some cats that go in there, but I saw it's so much wildlife. So it's urban wildlife. So squirrels and a raven and magpies and foxes and all sorts of stuff. There used to be lots of slugs. I am a slug. But there's no slugs anymore. I don't know what's happened to them. Possibly the ravens have eaten them and the magpies. There's a lot more magpies and things. And wood pigeons. I'll be one of them. I'll be one of them. I'll join the raven. It's gone now, though. And it might never come back. Poor raven. If it does come back, it would be my friend now. If it ate any of the nuts. I don't think it did. I think it was the squirrels, probably. Which is a shame. But I did try. Anyway, yeah. So that seems to be my future. No actual point of anything except I've got a worthless Dogecoin and I've made friends with a raven. Whoa. And I've made a fan video, which is really of little to no consequence. Although somebody that's also in the fandom said, oh, I can't believe that people in this fandom don't support other people in the fandom. There's nobody seen your video. It's like, I put it up today. Didn't expect anyone. It's got like 14 views in a week, which is not a lot. But I re-uploaded it. So actually, the first version, I was like, I'm not happy with that. So I did it again. So it's actually 30 views altogether, I think. If you count the same, it was just a tiny bit where I was like, that doesn't work. If I stick that in, that'll be better. So 30 views, which is nothing, I know. But I wasn't expecting it. There's no publicity, nothing. It's just hidden away. Although it's a very popular fandom, so I would have expected more, but I don't expect more. Also, yeah, you people go, oh well, it's just, you know, you put music and some video together, that's nothing. It took ages, and I had to really think about how does this scene fit with this music. So it just really sits. It's like, wow, that really works. Hooray for me for being so clever to fitting that music to that image. Nobody cares. The other day I saw an ad of sunbathing. Oh, did you? In St. Illtyd's? St. Illtyd's in Llanhilleth. Llanhilleth. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Where are you? Live chat. So, Barry Crump. Yes. Yes. And, oh, yes, an adder. Yes, I've never seen an adder. I think I've seen slow worms. They're quite odd because they're just like big shiny worms. Elise hummingbird, yes, that could be a name. Although that does sound like yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. So, my friend of mine, Native American friend of mine, when we were in in Edinburgh once, I kept seeing white feathers everywhere. And I think he said, all right, we'll call you Elise White Feathers. It sounds a bit stupid, really. But I don't know what happened. Just everywhere I come out of a venue, I'll be like, why are there white feathers everywhere? There's piles of them. I don't know whether somebody was having pillow fights or whether some sort of terrible massacre had happened of white birds, doves. Maybe there was a magician that had a terrible accident with some doves. I don't know, but I just saw white feathers everywhere. Or did he call me Little Boots? I'm getting very confused. Something. He definitely gave me a name of some sort. I can't remember what. Chukwai. He's in some of my videos. He was, yeah. Anyway, I haven't seen him for ages. What with the events? I haven't seen anyone for ages, apart from the people I saw at the barbecue last week. But I have not seen a lot of people that I used to hang out with all the time. And then yet I have seen some people. It's random whom I have seen though. Lizards, yes they are. I was just going to say they're lizards, they're not snakes. They're legless lizards. I was going to say that, but I got distracted by feathers or something. I can't remember what I even got distracted from. How was the barbecue? The barbecue was very nice. I got really good at barbecuing things. I was like, wow, I told you about it last week, I think. I cooked myself a little veggie burger on the side, and then I used a little spatula for that, and then I had tongs, and I was making everybody else's meaty dishes on the other side, and I was like, wow, I'm really good. And then we had marshmallows, stuck marshmallow in at the end when the flames had gone down. It took ages, but it was just right. And I tried, because I had still some left, I tried to put them on the gas cooker yesterday or the day before, and I was like, no, because they immediately burst into flames, blue flames, and they were just like crispy and charred, and it's like, they just not work. They just not work. I think there's an art to toasting marshmallows, which I've never learnt because it's not a traditional thing in Britain. Toasting marshmallows, we have marshmallows, we have toast. The two don't normally go together that often. I had a toasting fork. My grandmother used to have a toasting fork, and that was fun because you stick, and she had a fire. You could stick it in the fire and make the toast. I got sticks for the marshmallows, big marshmallows, but they're difficult to make, and they were too crispy. They weren't quite right. So it is definitely an art that I need to work. So that's my plan for the future. So I've got nothing to do except make marshmallows, cry about lost Doge coins, look for feathers, make friends with crows, and I don't know, make fan videos. Did I already say that? I don't know what my future holds. There's so many opportunities to do so many things, and yet I do not. I mean, I found myself yesterday I was like, it got quite late in the day. I was like, what have I done today? I have sat on the sofa looking at social media. That is my legacy. Sitting on the sofa. Crowd befriending. Yes, I've done a lot more today. I did lots of organisation and meetings and video meetings and organising and rabble-rousing and friending crows, befriending crows and all sorts of stuff today. That's a meaningful full day, isn't it? Making friends with crows. Maybe not, but it's probably a lot more than I did yesterday, which was nothing at all. One of the saddest things. Oh yeah. Oh yes, I know. Yes, yeah. There's a nice little top. I don't think I can get into that top anymore. I could try. I've grown in various. I'm not grown everywhere, but this. When I put on weight, I put it in certain areas, so I couldn't get that around me now. It's a bind, and yet it's not a bind. It's the opposite of a bind. I need a bind in order to not have. It's just anyway. They just. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's so sad, wasn't it? Yeah, roast and watch. Oh well, that's something to do. Oh well, that's good. Eating a roast and watched Hackers. Hackers. The River Phoenix film or Hackers, the TV series. Is there a TV series or is there something else Hackers related? Whatever it is, it sounds fun, and that sounds like a productive use of time for sure, and I'm not even being sarcastic. That sounds, anything is better than just sitting there. The 90s film, yes. Nah, that's the thing. When last time I saw Hackers was in the 90s. It was on the TV, and the second it finished, the news came of River Phoenix passing just straight afterwards. I was like, this is because another time, a couple of years before, the Inspector General Danny Kaye film was on Channel 4, and the second it finished, there came news that Danny Kaye had passed. So it was like, do not watch a film with people in it if you like those people, because you will get bad news very soon afterwards. It felt like it. It's not happened an awful lot often. It doesn't happen all the time. It's not every time I see a film that people in it are gone by the time I finish it. That would be a sinister and weird thing. But twice it's happened. It's quite tragic, really. Has it happened again? I don't think it's happened since then, but it's quite bad. No, Angelina Jolie's not in it. She's in Gone in 60 Seconds. Is Angelina Jolie in it? I don't know. She's in something. Anyway, it can't be helped. Anyway, I'm going to go and sit down, see if the crows come back. Oh, I think it is a raven. Nevermore. Yes, she is. Okay. Well, I didn't imagine it then. Hooray for that. Okay. Well, I'll go. I'll see you soon next week. It's quite the thing. Yes, it's quite the thing. I will see you very soon. Have a very good week. Bye.